Welcome back to Taste Like Home. I'm Tash, your host, and today we're going to be learning how to cook beef and broccoli noodles. I love this recipe because it's super easy and you can literally use any vegetables or any meat that you desire. So let's get to it. Now today, the ingredients we're going to use to make our beef and broccoli noodles, we're going to use about 200 grams of beef strips. You can use any type of beef that you'd like. I bought the pre-strip version because it can be easier, but you can also get a rump and cut it up. That is a cheaper option. We have about 1 carrot. It has been julienned. We do have another video from our chef Robin that goes into how to properly cut, dice and julienne carrots if you are interested. So we've got some corn flour, we've got some sugar for our sauce. We're going to use a little bit of Chinese 5-spice. We've got some white pepper. Of course, we've got our trusty minced garlic over here. We've got some soy sauce. I've got my broccoli already cut up into small little florets. And I've got my noodles. Plus, we've got a bit of a quarter of a cup of water that we're going to use for our sauce. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first thing we want to do today is we want to make our sauce so that we can marinate our beef in it. So first, for sauce, what we're going to use is we're going to use about a quarter of a cup of water. And put it into our bowl. I've got some soy sauce here. I'm using about 3/4 of a tablespoon. I've got over here some sugar, about half a tablespoon, and corn flour, also half a tablespoon that I'll put in there. A little bit thicker. And I've got just a pinch of white pepper and a pinch of Chinese 5-spice. And what we're going to do is in a bowl, we're just going to mix that all together so we have our sauce. So this is just a basic stir-fry sauce. There are thousands that you can find on the internet. All have their own strengths and different flavors. This is just a basic one that I wanted to do today. So once we've got it all mixed together, it'll look like that. Then I'm going to get my beef strips over here and I'm just going to put them in and we want to marinate them. So the longer that we have our beef marinating for, the longer that the flavor, the better the flavor will be, the longer that the beef has to really soak in all that sauce. So if you have time or you're preparing for a dish for the next day, you can even leave it in the fridge overnight to marinate and you'll really taste that flavor in those beef strips. So now we've got that done, we're going to move on to our noodles and our broccoli. Okay, so for our next step, what we're going to do is we want to get our pan up to about a medium-high heat and we want to get our water nearly close to boiling or boiling. So I'm using a thick egg noodle for this one, but you can use any type of noodle, hockey noodle, anyone that floats your boat. So I'm going to put this one in. My noodles do take about 10 minutes to cook, unfortunately. That's okay, because what we can do is we can cook our broccoli in the meantime. So just check whatever noodle packet you're using and the cooking times as they may vary. So for our broccoli, what I've done with mine is I've just got it in a small little container here, as you can see. And what you can do is you can put about 1 tablespoon of water in and then just put the container on with the little air socket popped up. And what that'll do is that'll steam it in the microwave in the container and cook it ready so that it'll be ready for the stir fry. And that's just a really quick and easy way that you can get your vegetables ready without having to steam them or to boil them for 10 minutes. Okay, so now once we've got your noodles either cooking or already cooked, we've got our broccoli steamed, now we're up to the fun part of stir frying everything together. So what we want to do is we want to get our pan and we want to turn it up to a medium to high heat and we want to make sure that it is well oiled. If you don't you have a non-stick spray pan, you won't need so much oil. So you want to make sure it's nice and hot before you put your beef on. That is very important, or anything else on. And first up, I got ahead of myself, we're going to add our garlic. So you're going to put your garlic in and make sure your pan's nice and hot. I can hear it sizzling. It's a good sign. We're going to mix that, move that around the pan ready for our beef. Mine's starting to spurt a little bit, that's okay. That's how you can tell that it's hot. So then once you've got your garlic ready, spread out across the pan, that's when we want to add all of our beef in. Slowly and carefully. So now you've got your beef in, you want to start spreading it out across your pan and you want to make sure that it cooks for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, as much as you can, or until it's nice and starting to brown. So like that, and then you just want to leave it for a minute and we'll wait to turn it. Okay guys, so now my beef has been cooking for a few minutes. I just want to say I did make a little bit of a mistake earlier when I said to put all of your sauce with your beef marinating. You do want to leave about half or 3/4 of your sauce to the side, and you want your beef to be marinating in about 2 to 3 teaspoons of your sauce. Because if not, what happens is you have all your beef cooking in your sauce like I do, and the beef will take a bit longer. It may also affect how much sauce you have left over afterwards. So just wanted to make that note. We don't want to do what I did. If you did, worst comes to worst, it'll be okay. But you do want to have some extra sauce left over to the side. So now once we've got our beef done, we want to add all of our extra ingredients in. So I've got my carrots over here, I'm going to add that in. I've got my noodles that I've had cooking for 10 minutes. And I've got my broccoli as well. And so now at this stage, it's the fun stage, you get to mix everything together. You want to let all the sauce kind of get through. And after about 2 to 3 minutes and you've let it all cook together, she'll be ready to serve. So if you do have a large saucepan at home, maybe a wok even, I know that it's traditional to do stir fries in woks, and it'd probably be a bit easier than what you've got now. And we want to make sure we put the rest of our sauce in at this stage too. So now you've got all of your last remaining ingredients together. Cook it together, let it marinate in, and we'll be ready to serve in a few minutes. Okay, so at this stage, I've let all my ingredients simmer together. I've been mixing it through. I can see I've still got a nice amount of sauce down the bottom. So at this stage, everything's cooked through and you are ready to serve. My favourite part. I know that my boss, Brooke, who is our lead of our peer team, should be around. Brooke, would you like to try some?
I definitely would.
Let me know how it is.
Amazing.
Thank you. I'll take it off the heat.
You can do like a cheese bowl.
Cheers.
Good job.
That's really good.